Meditation tip 278. Trance. Guys, try to notice today in your own experience that when someone's in a trance, they don't really know what's going on, right? Like you've probably seen some hypnotists, maybe like a show before, and they hypnotize a person. When they're actually hypnotized, they're just doing silly stuff, right? Try to notice that you're like that too. You're in a trance. And the thing is, when you're in a trance, you don't know that you're in a trance, so you don't see it. But other people can see it, right? So you have to notice this in your life, because your whole life is a trance. Because when you get stuck in a certain pattern, you get stuck in a trance kind of state, and you're not aware of it. And the thing is, you have to start looking for little signs that can help you get out of the trance, little things that can snap you out of it, because you have to kind of get out of that state to notice different things, right? And the more you just operate in a trance-like state, that's like a programmed state, then you're just doing certain things without even knowing that you're doing it. And that's the problem, right? So that's the biggest problem with being unconscious, is that you don't see it. And you don't even realize that you're doing it anymore, because you're in this like trance-like state. And it might not be benefiting you anymore, and you're still doing it because you don't know, right? So try to start looking for little signs to snap you out of your trance-like states, because you have tons of programs implemented into you, because that's kind of how you work, right? As you develop, you pick up programs to make your life easier. That's kind of how our human bodies seem to work, that you do a certain thing for repetition, and then it just becomes like a program thing, and it runs while you're caught up in your head, right? Like thinking about the next moment or some situation or whatever. You're just in your kind of zombie mode. So start looking for things that kind of can break you out of that trance, like little things that kind of the earth kind of sends you little signs. So you see something different on the path that you walk every day, and like, oh shit, is this a sign? Have I been kind of stuck in a trance? And again, you're driving somewhere and something happens that's unusual. Take that as a sign. Like, oh shit, was I again stuck in a trance? And when you're at work, the same thing. Try to really look at little signs from Earth, basically, like nature telling you, snap out, you dumbass. That's basically what it's trying to tell you, right? To get conscious, because that's what it wants you to live like, because that's when you're living fully in your present moment and you're the most in control, right? Because you're currently using your body, you're kind of making your next program if you want. When you're in the present moment, that's when you have the power to create programs onto you, right? So the more you're able to do that and reprogram the things that were programmed onto you, the more you're going to be in control and not in such a trance-like state. But when you're caught up in your programs, then you're like a zombie searching for brains, right? You're just stuck in that kind of field. You're like just tranced out, and you need to kind of break that in order to see it by little things that can kind of help you break out of it. It's really difficult because it's so easy to get stuck in those programs and in that trance state. So try to notice in your life what makes you kind of tranced out, and it's going to be difficult because you don't think you are, maybe, but you are, and you have to realize this so that you can work on this as often as you can, because little things, right? Like whatever you're doing, if you're in a relationship, you can be stuck in a trance. If you're working in some work, you might be stuck in a trance. If you're driving, you might be stuck in a trance. Like everywhere, there's tons of them, right? Because they're like your programs. So really try to notice these inside you so you can work on them and change them to what you'd like. And then your life will change a lot more than anything else can really change it, right? Because changing a whole program can do a huge change on your life, right? If you're just doing little simple things here and there, like trying to get quick solutions to certain things, you're still going to get stuck in that trance eventually as soon as the program kicks in and you're not in the present moment. So then it's like you're running that and you're going to do the same things over and over. But if you can catch the program, notice that you're in a trance, then you can change that whole program. Then that is like the biggest change you can make, right? Because you change that program and you can make your own, the one you want currently, and so on. So really notice this today and look for these, because they're there and you have to really spot them. Okay, so check it out. Let me know how it goes. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this with people, and peace.